Okay, so this next one here is your French seam. Now, first of all, you should notice that my bit here, my seam allowance is less, and that's because I'm going to end up folding it round. So you, when you're doing a French seam, it needs to be sort of 0.5 centimeters at the start for your seam allowance. With this one, you are going to need your wrong sides of the fabric together. So if you've got a patterned fabric or fabric that's got a clear right and wrong side, you need to have the wrong sides together, okay, or the doll sides. So similar to the open seam, but on a 0.5 centimeter seam allowance. So reverse at the beginning and end like normal. And then take it out. Now with a French seam, what you will do is you will trim this bit down. Okay, so can you see I'm trimming a bit off of that, just so it's a fairly thin strip before I fold this round. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to iron this. Okay, and I'm going to iron this in place here. Then with your French seam, what you're going to want to do is I've trimmed my overlock, my sewn section, and I'm just pressing that to the side like that. So it's like that on that side. Then I'm sandwiching those bits together, and I'm folding that and pressing it flat along that edge. So what I'm wanting is that sandwiched edge, and then I'm going to sew along that section. Now for my French seam, after I've ironed down this edge, so my raw edge is hidden in there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew at about 1 centimetre along here, along that folded edge, and what should happen is my raw edges should be encased in kind of a little channel. Remember when doing this to pay particular attention to your seam allowance and trying to make sure that this channel comes out straight and considered. And then what I'm going to do there is just iron that, and what I should have there is a section with all my raw edges encased in there. Then for the very last bit for your French seam, what you're going to do is iron this in place and press your casing or your French seam to one side. So what you should have on the front looks like that, and on the back looks like that.